What's up, brick builders? Today's build is robots. This is set number 11962-1. Year it came out was 2022, age group 7 plus, and it's got a piece count of 41. Hello folks, Sean from BRIT'N Bricks. Welcome to another build video, and this is a super little cool robot. We don't have too many robot builds, so this is really nice to have. This would have been a free poly bag with the Lego Explorer magazine. Now the Lego Explorer magazine is now discontinued. Sad face. And when it first came out, it was in 2020, so I think it was discontinued 2024, maybe 2023. I know I was collecting it at some point. There's some really, really cool models, and they were mostly creator sets. So this is a nice little creator set. You get a lot of tools with this, which is kind of cool because you can add those with your minifigures and stuff like that. And the whole idea is like a multitasking little robot. It's super cool. Little turning head as well. Let's dive in and build it, shall we? All right, there's our parts and pieces. And we have some instructions. We got them from Brick Instructions from Rebrickable. So you can check that out. Just go to Rebrickable, put robot in or the set number, and then click on instructions. It should be the instructions there. If you can't find them there, then you can always have a look on the internet and see if you can find them there as well. Anyway, we're going to start off with this rather cool looking sloped brick that has two sloped pieces on each side with these little notches on the front ends here. And then we got two studs in the middle. So on those two studs there, we're going to put a 2x2 black plate on top. And then we're going to put another one of these cool curved pieces underneath. So we got this kind of H shape or this little TIE fighter looking thing. But it's basically his tracks. It looks like he's kind of on like either repulsor lifts, so he can scoot along, or is on tank tracks, you know, caterpillar tracks, that kind of thing. So that's his base, and then we're going to put a 1x2x4 stud up bracket. So these studs are going up. We're going to pop that on one side, and we're going to call that the back. So this is designated the back, and then we got this 1x2 roundish plate with two studs in there, two open studs. That's going to be on the front, just like that there. And then we're just going to put this box. So this is a 2x2 box by 2 brick high box. It's like what you would see in mailboxes in the games, in the in the Lego sets, like Friends and stuff like that. Some in Lego City as well. But we're going to put this front piece on there because it's got a little slot there, and that kind of acts as a letterbox. But today it's his body. Now we got this little compartment here so you can put all his extra tools in, which is handy dandy. And you've got a slot on the back as well. So we're going to put the opening side on the back. Okay, on the back. So there are studs here with the bracket plate is the front. I did say it was the back, didn't I? It is the front. We're going to decorate the front of that now, and that is a 2x2 jumper plate. White. Go pop that on the front on the studs there. Cover those studs over. And then just on this jumper plate stud, we're going to put a 1x1 circular trans yellow tile. Nice little light. Needs to see where he's going, you see. So yeah, this back compartment here now is where you store all the bits and pieces. Now we're going to give him some arms. So we need some shoulders. So we're going to use these Technic pieces, or these ball joint pieces. This would be the socket, and then we've got the joint. And it's a 1x2 light bluish grey, and it's going to overhang one side like you would with your shoulders. So we're going to put another one on the other side there like that. And then we're going to put his neck on, and that is going to be a 2x2 turntable. And this set had the red base and the light bluish grey turntable piece. See that there? It's quite an old element, that. but this is light bluish grey and not light grey. So we're going to pop that on top, and that's going to enable his head to move around. Now we want some arms. So we'll put that there. We want some arms. We're going to take our sockets, 1x2 plate with the ball on the end, and we want I'm going to hold the ball in between my fingers, and we're going to have a 1x2 curved plate again with the open studs, and we're going to pop that on the first little notch there, and first little stud there, so it's overhanging by one. Okay, but we've made this step down feature here, and that is going to be for a 1x2 curved brick red. Pop that on there like that, and that is one arm done. Very simple. So we're going to do that again. So we're going to take our 1x2 with the ball, hold the ball, and then I want 1x2 open stud red plate again on the first stud, and then our 1x2 curved brick, and now we're ready to put them in his sockets. Right, so we go just gently push, good click, love that. And you can move these around, which is probably why they use the 1x2 round plates. You can see you can move those around and stuff. So we're going to put the other arm in. Oh, nice solid click. And you can see you got quite a bit of movement in those joints as well, which is a nice thing to have. It's very cool. All right, next is the head. Head's very cool. We're going to take this 2x4 inverted slope brick. So it's inverted sloped on each side there with 4 studs in the middle. On the 4 studs, we're going to put a 2x2 black plate on top like that. We're going to build up his face. So we need a brick special, which is a 2x2 with 2 studs on the front. And then you've got this step down bit here. Go pop that on. And then just on the that step down piece, we're just going to put the last red curved 1x2 plate like that. These are going to be his eyes, so we need some eyes. Let's get some eyes for Robbie the robot. We've got trans light blue 1x1 circular tiles. Go on there. There you go, you can see Robbie's eyes. Good old Robbie. Now we want some ears, or some extra appendages, should we say, because you can hold all sorts of bits and pieces with this as well. We've got these plate specials here with a small bar, and it's a curved plate 1x1, and you're going to put them on the top corners from his eyes there. So they're going to be on the back of his head, so which is kind of looks like their ears. We've got 2 of those, and again you can move those around because they're curved. And they're against the curved plate as well, so that really helps things. And then we want 2 1x2 curved bricks because we've got that step down feature there. So we're going to pop 1x2 curved bricks, white, 1 on each side like that. That keeps them in place nice. And then just to finish this off, we're going to put a 2x2 jumper plate on top. And that's pretty much his head done. But he needs control, and he needs an aerial to receive messages, or the radio, or the TV. And then we just go pop that onto that jumper stud there. Go straighten it out a little bit, and then you can angle it any way you like. On these earpieces, we've got these droid arms, and period correct, these would be the thick attachments, whereas you can get the thin ones. So these are the thick ones on the clip side there, and you just go clip those onto those little bars there like that. So could be a bit tricky this because it's quite small to hold. There we go. There we go. And there we have little holes in the top there, so you can put your little tools in there. He's got his chainsaw in one, He's got his cup in the other. Multitasking Robbie. And then we're just going to attach the head onto the turntable. And there we go. And that's pretty much Robbie done. A pretty cool little build of a robot, a multitasking robot there. With the robot you get this really cool metal detector. There was 2 different versions. So this one's period correct for this set. It does not have the stud on top of the metal detector plate. This is the one with a smooth one. So I'm going to put that in his handy dandy, because you know he loves metal detecting because he needs to add more metal. It's a way of self-evolving. And then we got this rather cool hammer stroke pickaxe. So like a fireman's axe, I think. That can go in his hand on the other side, like that. Oh yeah. So he's ready to rock. And then we got this little wrench piece here. And we got this little control panel here that was printed. That's kind of nice. You could put that in his little post-it slot. And then you got this curved bar with the stud on top. Usually you see these in trans clear. And then we got a trans yellow 1x1 circular tile. And that is Robbie's torch or little flashlight or something. So I think we're going to put the cup in his hand. And we're going to put the hammer in his ear. The cup in his hand. There we go. Trying to be clever here. And then we're going to put the lamp in the back. We're going to put the wrench in the back. Okay, close it up. I'm going to see if I can post this in here through the slot. There we go. And there you have Multi-Tool Robbie, aka Robot. So his head can move around very nicely. The arms, like I say, the arms can move around. Don't spill your coffee, Robbie. That would be very bad. And you can go metal detecting as well. A super cool little robot. I'm not quite sure. I mean, this might look okay in a Lego Space City or something, or some sort of future world space, future world city type thing. Or it could be a funny kind of thing that you could have in a homemaker home. Being a good scale for a homemaker. Or a minifigure home. It'd be giant, but that'd be pretty cool. Or you could have him in the garden doing the Lego City garden. Oh, yeah, that would be cool. I think that would be brilliant. Here we go. Lego Creator Robots. Super, super cool. So we got like all the little storage in the back there. You can turn the head. You could make a little bit of a stop motion from this, I think. Got the arms moving and stuff. Could get a quite good story this, couldn't he? And his all-important cup of coffee. Oil coffee. Folks, if you enjoyed the video, you want to see some more content like this, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share amongst your friends, family, and anybody else who you think would be interested in this kind of content. Also, put your notifications onto all so you don't miss us in the next video. There are also some magazine reviews coming up as well, so keep an eye out for those. I'm Sean from BRIT'N. Peace.